When you shift from a high-carb to a low-carb diet, you help your body regulate blood sugar, control hunger, and release fat. In this video, I share 5 things that will help you stick with your low-carb diet and boost your success. When you cut carbs, you need to replace those calories with foods that will satisfy your body. Foods that are high in protein are hunger-satisfying foods, but a high protein intake can trigger an insulin response that slows fat release from fat cells. So I recommend focusing on boosting your fat intake by including fatty protein foods like eggs, fatty meat and fish, avocados, nuts, and seeds. Adding fat presents a mental hurdle for some of us because we've been taught that eating fat makes you fat. However, that adage is outdated, and we now know that eating a low-carb, high-fat diet keeps your blood sugar and insulin levels low, which promotes fat burning. And when you cut carbs, you don't have to cut all carbs. In fact, keeping non-starchy vegetables in your diet is a good way to provide hunger-satisfying volume, as well as vitamins and minerals that your body uses for everything from helping to convert nutrients to energy to promoting healthy bones. And with only 3 total carbs in 2 full cups of leafy greens, a salad a day is certainly doable whether you are following a low-carb or a keto diet. Now, you'll notice that the foods I've mentioned so far are whole, unprocessed foods, and this is the third thing to focus on. Now that low-carb and keto diets have become popular, food manufacturers are racing to put new low-carb products on the store shelves. And these processed foods have many of their beneficial nutritional and satiety elements stripped away from them in order to prevent them from spoiling and to increase their shelf life. For instance, I think you'll find that a low-carb shake will move through your digestive tract quickly, allowing hunger to return much quicker than it would if you were to eat these 20 raw almonds, despite the fact that the 2 snacks contain similar amounts of carbs and calories. And when you opt for the raw almonds, you have an equally convenient snack without the preservatives and additives found in this processed drink. And I will also add that to buy this, you're going to pay about $2.50, whereas you'll just be paying pennies for some raw almonds. And this brings me to the next thing that is beneficial, in my opinion, for low-carb dieters to focus on, and that is total carbs, not net carbs. Net carbs are calculated by subtracting the fiber and sugar alcohols from the total carb count. If you are allowing some processed foods into your diet, food manufacturers can reduce the number of net carbs by adding these 2 ingredients to their product. Natural fiber that you get from plant foods is helpful because the fiber is locked within the structures of the plant, making digestion and absorption of the sugars a very slow process. But when fiber is extracted from a plant and added back into a processed food, you're no longer getting that full benefit. Adding sugar alcohols to their products is a way for food manufacturers to add sweetness without calories. However, some sugar alcohols like maltitol, which is an ingredient that is often added to sugar-free items, has a glycemic index of 35 and an insulin index of 27. So when you consume a food with maltitol in it, it will raise your blood sugar and insulin, setting up a condition within your body that can slow or prevent fat loss. And even if you avoid processed foods and focus on whole foods, counting net carbs is simply another calculation that, in my opinion, is unnecessary. And lastly, when you move away from carbohydrates, you want to focus on allowing your body time to go through a transition period. When you first cut carbs, your body has less fuel to run on. This can lead to some low energy days where you feel irritable and mentally foggy and just not right. This can be an uncomfortable period for some people, and if you have a condition that is affected by your diet, you do want to let your doctor know about your intention of going on a low-carb diet before you start. But for others, this low energy period will self-correct as your body adapts to running on its alternative fuel source, which is fat. How long this transition from being a good sugar burner to being a good fat burner takes will depend on how drastically your diet has changed, your unique metabolism, and how strict you have been sticking with your low-carb diet. We do not live in a society that caters to low-carb lifestyles, so there are temptations around every turn. If you have been struggling to fully embrace a low-carb or keto diet, it will help to have a plan. I have 2 21-day challenges that share daily menus that show you exactly what to eat to follow a low-carb or keto diet, and I will link to those challenges if you would like to learn more. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you back here next week. Thanks.